What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
So let me get these comments turned on. It's probably going to be a while before anybody gets in here. Oh, no, we got 5 people watching already. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Desert Crypto. This is Daniel Garza, and we're live Crypto Nightly. It's been a long time since we did a stream, and we're going to do a stream tonight. We're going to talk about the market. Is crypto back? Is the bull run back? Is the government shutdown over? Well, we're going to dive into it, probably dive into some meme coins, shout out Crawju,
Right out of the gate.
What's up, bro?
Chilling, bro. Just need this market to go 10x.
Yes.
That way I can retire.
Yes, we do. Let me bring up this right here. So let's go ahead and man, it's been so long since we did one of these. I mean, where do you want to start? You want to go through a market update?
Yeah, let's do a market update.
All right. So let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Let's bring up the oscillator real quick. It looks like the VWAP is starting to curve back down. Money flow is going down, but your Stokes are going up. RSI is going up. And the momentum wave, although it started to go down, looks like it's starting to flatten out a little bit. Could be creating some kind of flag right here. Some kind of handle. Boom. That would make it looks like on the 4-hour, we are getting ready to get a nice little bullish cross right here. The 21 across the 50. That's good. But if this freaking cup and handle breaks, I mean, we could be pushing right back up to 113. Still have a long way to go, though. We're still well below the 200 on the 4-hour. We come down to the 1-hour. We have retested. So we broke the 1-hour 200 MA. We just got a nice golden cross right here, the 50 and the 200 on the 1-hour. Let's make that a little bigger. And you can see we broke through the 200. Boom. Come down, retest. Something happened. This is 7 o'clock this morning. So for whatever reason, the market started green and then everything just kind of like dropped and then it's slowly working its way back up. But we are back above the 21. Not a lot of volume, but all our moving averages are starting to get into the right position. 21, 50, 200. So that's nice. Break that down. Bring up the oscillator. Oscillator is still showing good. We got a nice thick wave, nice thick momentum right here. Money flows flat. Stokes to the upside. VWAP to the upside. So 1 hour is still looking good. I mean, there's no rollover. It doesn't look like it's getting ready to clip and lose momentum or anything like that. So we are good with that. No kind of divs or anything on the Stokes or anything like that. So that's looking good. So, I mean, it's staying healthy. If we can maintain, that's going to be the thing. We need to be able to hold these levels. 10, what is this one? This is going to be a key level right here.
We need to cross 108 and hold 108, no?
Yes. Well, right up here, 109 is a big. So if we go out to the daily and we bring it down right here, all these high volume nodes right here. Right here is your point of control. The point of control is sitting at 108,747, like Daniel said. That's this red line. So this is on the daily. Right here's your point of control. And the point of control is something, if it breaks down, it wants to come back to it. If it breaks up, it wants to come back to it. So this is good. Definitely need to get above that. That is going to be, like I said, 1087 or something like that. But 1097, 109979 has been a problem for us. Because, we dropped, we tested it a couple times, bounced off it, broke through it, tried to get above it, couldn't, finally broke through it. So this last little bit of action, you know what I mean? This October, going all the way back to Friday, October 10th, that's when the big collapse happened right there. And we're below the 200 on the daily, which is bearish. That's like bear territory right there. When the daily is below the 200, that's not good.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the position that we're in right now. Alts are showing some strength, and if we get some chop here between this 104, 108 for a little bit while alts start to make a move, it's really gonna make me feel like altcoin season could really be happening in this moment, and then Bitcoin breaks out, and then we get another pump into December. Bitcoin goes towards this all-time high. Maybe we see a double top, 125. Maybe we break it a little bit all-time high, 128, come back down.
Right.
Crash into the new year.
Speaking of that, the all-time high. So I put this out, I think it was last week or the week before. I put out a post. I don't know if it was in our Discord or if it was on Twitter, but I can't seem to find it. So I went ahead and remade it. And Benjamin Cowan put something out like this the other day. And he said that, the weekly bounce, because if we scroll in here, so this red line is the 50, right? And he put out, I think it was Sunday. It might have been yesterday that he put it out. We closed above the 50. And that's a big thing. So on the weekly, I got the SR level right here at 104.7, and we are above it. But if we look back in history, we go back. So this goes all the way back here to September of 23, 2 years ago. And you can see when we've come down and touched the 50 and didn't fall through it, that's the key factor. Because if we lose the 50, it's going to be like this. If we lose the 50, it's going to be like this over here. You see, we come down, we touch the 50. So this is the bull market at 21. This is the May, April high. We come down, we hit the 50, we get that bounce, boom, up a little bit, come back down, wick off the 50, bounce, then we come back down, and we get a lot of congestion. Now, remember, this is the weekly. So this is 5 weeks of play right here on the 50. We lose it, then it's down. Boom, we ain't able to regain it. Boom, bear market. But the moment we break through it right here with this big old candle in March of 23, we break through it. We break through the 200. We don't just take off. I mean, we do move sideways, but even that little break, we break right here from here to here, this move, that's still a 35 or 32% move. It doesn't look big because, the candle sizes are deceiving and everything with the time frame, but that's still a 32% move, and that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 weeks. 5 weeks or less, we hit a 32% move. But you can tell that we come back down, we bounce off it, and then this is the start of it right here. So this is Q4 of 2023. We come down, we ride it, we don't really break it, we don't even wick below it, but then boom, take off, 176% move. Now we get into 24, we get into boom right here. So we're going, it's August, September. So it's like right there on the cusp, the end of Q3. Boom, we wick off it, bounce, 97% move. Boom, right? So roughly half. Well, no, a little less than half of this move. Go forward again. Boom, we come down right here. This is Q2 of this year. We come down, we wick off it, little tweezer bottom right there. Bam, bounce. So now that brings us to today, or to the last couple of weeks. We had that candle, we wicked below it, we came up. We are now printing a green weekly candle right here. So we're sitting right here at the 104.7. You can see we're printing a candle right here. And even if it's only a 30% move from here, that still takes us to 136,589. The reason I put 136,589 is because that was my prediction like 2 years ago. But it kind of fits in line because, we got a 97% move, a 60% move. So it could be a thing of, reduced returns, boom, boom, boom. But I don't know. What do you think?
I was looking back at the video that we did, I think like before the election happened.
Right.
And we're going over some of my thesis of what was going to happen if Kamala Harris won or if Donald Trump won. So it's kind of crazy because obviously Trump has done a lot for the markets. I mean, in general, he has done a lot for the markets. May not seem like it because there's a lot of manipulation happening right now, but my thesis of what happened if Kamala had won is actually turned out to be what happened when Trump won, because obviously the market didn't respond entirely the way we thought it was going to. But when I went back on the video, my thought process was it was going to go to about $125,000, and then it was going to retrace to about the $90,000 range. And reality is exactly what happened. And it's kind of crazy. And we were on the last time that I was on, and we were talking, we were going over some of the higher time frames of the charts. And I was telling you, this looks specifically like the way it did back in like 2022 or something like that. And I think we were sitting at like $114,000 the last time I was on. And
that sounds about right.
Yeah, and from there we corrected to about 98,000. So like we kind of filled that gap of the way the charts looked in previously. So obviously,
yeah, we went down. Oh, you froze.
Things happening that whenever you hear so many bullish things happening, and then you see all these influencers saying how this is going to happen, we're going to. It really makes me feel like it's not going to happen. Whenever they start saying all these things like altcoin daily getting super bullish, it makes me feel bearish because I've been in the market long enough to understand when these specific people start to get extremely bullish, those are normally top signals. And that's that's normally not what people want to hear. People hate you when you get bearish. And that's why it kind of sucks when you have to be truthful sometimes, but the reality is the markets are going to go up and the markets will eventually crash. And the main thing is you don't want to round trip your bags. I mean,
negative content is not good content. You know what I mean? Like you said, you have to be bullish. You have to be like, oh, we're going to 200,000. Oh, that's what people want to see. That's what, that's the clickbait thumbnail. That's the, even the thumbnail tonight, a little bit of clickbait, government shutdown over, is the bull market back? People click on thumbnails that they want to see. And I don't know. It's kind of crazy,
I'm short-term bullish. I'm short-term bullish. I think that we're going to have a strong recovery. I think as soon as the government hasn't officially.
You keep breaking up, bro.
Oh yeah, I was breaking up a little while ago.
Kick whoever's off on your Wi-Fi. Kick them off the Wi-Fi.
No, I know. I had to get off on my phones and stuff like that. But no, I was saying that just in general, man, like I think that we're gonna pump once the government officially opens, which should be Wednesday, Thursday, because that's when liquidity is actually going to be able to start flowing again. So
right now, if I'm not mistaken, let me see here. Nope. So this is live. So this is going live right now. I don't know if they're actually voting. So last night they they essentially did a test vote, and then like Fetterman and 8 Democrats crossed the line to do it. but now I heard that like Rand Paul is oh, they don't have no sound. Oh, whoop. Oh no, they might be voting right now. They're calling people. So they might be voting right now.
Interesting, bro. The way like the deeper, because I mean, obviously, other than when I really started getting into finance, I never really paid attention to politics, and it's a dirty game, man.
For sure.
It's a dirty game, and I mean, there will always be a bad guy, and there will always be a good guy, and somebody they want to blame.
Yes. But, yes. All right, let's get in. Let's check. Let's check out CoinGecko. Let's check the stonks. Let's see what's going on real quick. So let me see here. Let's go back. Since nobody's chatting. That's kind of weird. Usually we have at least a few people chatting. But nobody's chatting, so I'm not going to put up the comments. So that means we can go right here. And boom. Let's get the freshest data. All right, we got the market cap coming in at 3.67 trillion, up 0.3%, better than down 0.3%. We got 185 billion in volume. Bitcoin dominant sitting at 57.7, and we got Ethereum at 11.8, and gas is 0.103 Gwei. Coming down, Bitcoin coming in at 106,283, up 0.1%. Ethereum at 3,593, down 1.2%. We got XRP at 254, up 5.5%. There was some decent movers today. BNB under 1,000, coming in at 995, down 1.5. Rumor in Discord today that they did an airdrop for people that were trading meme coins on BNB.
Yeah.
So I don't trade meme coins on BNB, so I don't know.
Let us know in the comments. Happy seeing BNB under 1,000. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good it's such a huge market cap, but BNB, when we hit the bear market, BNB held the strongest. I think it only dipped like 50%, and it might have actually I think it might have hit because what was last cycle's high, like 600, 598, 600, something like that.
Somewhere on there.
And it only dipped to the low or to the high 200s, like 287, 290. So it held pretty well. Solana coming in at 167, up 0.4. We have Tron coming in at 2967, up 1.8. Doge at 1818, down 0.1. And Cardano back to 59 cents, up 1.7. We gotta find. I don't even want to see it. I know it's going to be horrible. Where is it? Oh my goodness! How far down is it? Oh my goodness! SWE fell all the way to 30th, coming in at 215, down 0.9.
I bought a lot at $1.82.
Oh yeah, it's coming back. In my opinion, it's SWE's like probably one of my biggest bags. It may be my biggest bag.
It's my second.
Yeah, so it's real disappointing to see it down this low. All right, let's check out the biggest losers or biggest gainers. Uniswap. Why the hell did Uniswap pump 45% today? Do you know anything? Did they do anything? Is there any news or anything? I didn't see no news on Uniswap.
So, I mean, maybe an airdrop?
Maybe 45%. Damn. We got World Liberty up 17. We got Trump official up 11. I am so surprised that this didn't go to zero. I'm super surprised. I can't believe it's still holding. I mean, it's that what it hit like $42, $43. So it's down substantial.
Token? Where have you seen his wife's the Melania?
Oh, yeah, Melania is like zero.
That one got wrecked.
Yeah, that got wrecked.
I'm surprised more people don't talk about it as much as like they want to dog on him. Like I'm surprised that they haven't brought up that more. To be honest with you, because that one did pretty bad.
Yeah, It's super bad. We got Hedera up 7.9. Pump.fun is up. People are playing with meme coins, it looks like. So Pump.fun is up 5.4. I launched a couple meme coins on Pump.fun, and the bots, even the bots cheat on each other. It's like last man standing. They the coins immediately shot up and then immediately tanked and then just stopped. All trading ceased. I was like, what the heck? You know what I mean? It just boom, boom, and then stopped. And it was like last bot standing, who gets wrecked the most. It was so crazy.
I'm actually surprised where Solana is right now, but I'm also not surprised at the same time. Have you noticed every single time an ETF gets launched on a token, it dumps?
Yeah. Bitcoin's the only one. Bitcoin is the only one. When Ethereum ETF came out, boom, it crashed. Solana, when it came out, it dumped. Solana's could be more of a broader market, but it's still down. It's still dumped.
Hard though, man. I mean, Solana was over 100 billion before the ETF, and I think it's sitting at like what 80 something billion now.
It's not sitting at anything good. I'll tell you that much. Let's see here.
Probably lower than 80 something billion. It jumped a lot, like a lot, like more than the normal. Like I'm actually surprised.
So
like 147, didn't it?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, it dumped low. So Solana is sitting. Yeah, we're only at 93 billion. So it dumped quite a lot. The 7-day, it's still up 1.7 on the 7-day, but it did dump quite a lot. So, all right, let's look at the biggest losers. Biggest losers are going to be Zcash. I mean, there's no surprise there. Zcash has just been ridiculous.
Monero, I mean,
it just came from like, it went from being a dino. I mean, I guess it still is a dino coin, but it just redeemed everything it lost in the past 8 years in like a month. It was crazy.
Did you see that? And I think this might be the reason why Zcash was doing so well. Did you see that Monero's privacy was supposedly you can actually track the transactions now through AI? Did you hear about that? Yeah.
Really?
I heard that Monero's transactions can be tracked through AI now, and there was some I don't know if it was FUD. I don't know if this is true entirely, but I heard that Monero can be tracked through AI now, which is why I think Zcash was performing super high. But even at that, Monero started pumping really hard as well. So I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Monero's up 13 on the week. Why ICP?
That one too.
75 on the week.
A lot of people have been talking about it.
Wow. But so we got Canton Network. I don't even know what that is, but it's down 14.2. ICP's down 8.6. Monero's down 5.4. Near. I had high hopes for Near, but it is just, I don't know, it's kind of lackluster. It is up 46% on the week. I think that's driven by the AI narrative. I think that's why that pumped so hard. I mean, I don't think ICP has anything to do with AI, but Litecoin's down, Hyperliquid's down. I mean, it's not too bad. We only got a couple double digits on the losers. So.
Zcash, dude, that chart, I was looking at that corner of Zcash. That actually looks bullish. That chart.
Yeah, a little bounce. We could be seeing, like a little cup and handle.
Yeah.
And a back to the upside. It's quite possible. We can look at the actual chart here in a second. So stock market, looking at Asia, Japan, the Nikkei is 0.35 or 0.75%. It jumped big last night. When I checked all the markets this morning, Asia was entirely green. Europe was entirely green. The pre-market was entirely green. So looks like Shanghai is flat. Hong Kong hasn't reported yet. India hasn't reported yet. Australia's flat, and Japan is just pumping. It looks like South Korea, Kospi jumps more than 3%, led Asia recovery rally after AI field rout. Okay. Europe's not going to be open yet, so let's look at the pre-market. Pre-market's green. I mean, it's flat, but it's green at least. You know, Dow is flat. Everything's flat. Stocks future a little change after AI trade roars back. So I also have an article in here. Well, like a tweet in here about AI. It's gonna need like a $5 trillion data center infrastructure for AI. There we go. What's up, Chef? What's going on? Yes, that is exactly what we want to see. Exactly.
I hope so.
We need some double ups, baby. Need them double ups. Let's check the fear and greed.
I think they said 1 trillion came into the stock market today.
It makes sense. Everything pumped. Everything pumped hard.
Yeah.
So fear and greed sitting at 27. Fear and greed dropped. It was at 30. I refreshed it with the new day. Now it's at 27. That's good. That's where we want it, you know. So you want to buy that fear. That is awesome. Let's see here. Let's look at the liquidations.
Even with all the good news happening right now, that makes me really feel really good. You know, with the fear and greed still at that level, even with a lot of the good news that's happening with the government reopening and stuff like that. So I think those are bottom signals, man. I mean, even if it's a temporary bottom signal, it's a bottom signal.
Right. Oh, 100%. There we go. Now everybody can see. Yeah, 750 billion went into gold. That's crazy.
Yeah, gold.
And the funny thing is,
I think it was up like $200 today.
Yeah. The funny thing is that 750 billion going into gold is still like a drop in the bucket. You know, what is it? 20 trillion, 22 trillion, something like that. Gold.
I think it's the highest what it was when it was at all-time highs, highest market cap of really.
So when we're looking at liquidations, let's go to the 24-hour. You can see people are still hesitant because let me get rid of this real quick so you can see it. So this over here is the 24-hour market. Only 318 million has been liquidated. So, and it's split pretty evenly with 170 in longs and 140 in shorts. And we can look the past 4 hours though. Look at this. That is interesting. Let's go to the 4 hour. So the shorts are getting wrecked right now at a 3 to 1 ratio. The 4 hour, 64 million in shorts and only 22 million in longs. That's a 3 to 1 ratio. And then the 1 hour, I mean, damn, that's 11 to 1 ratio right there, at least 12 to 1 ratio of shorts over longs getting wrecked. So that's good to see. We want to see that for sure. Want to see the shorts getting wrecked because when shorts get wrecked, then we get a short squeeze and it's like dominoes. Data. Let's see here. We want to look at not the fear and greed. What are we looking for? We are looking for funding, open interest. No, here, let's see here. Max Pain. Let's see what Max Pain is right now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to change this again. I'm gonna have to figure out a different setup because I don't like how it keeps blocking everything. So right here, so this is on Durbit. Let's go to Binance. I like Binance better. I think it better reflects the market. So this is going to be tomorrow. The max pain is at 106, but we want to go to the end of the month. Max pain at the end of the month is 112, which is, I mean,
I think you muted yourself.
But it's higher than where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And then it looks like we're going to get a dip. We're going to get a dip to 110 on the max pain. But this still right here, bro, is still, I mean, we talked about this last time. So this is the end of Q1. So the max pain at Q1 is 160,000 still. Granted, there's only 36 million, being bet on it. But right here, we got 230 million at the end of the year. and 176 million at the end of this month. So,
I think being Bitcoin max pain being at 112, I mean, in my opinion, it's bullish for altcoins.
yeah. I mean, I can see that. Everybody, I mean, not everybody, but most people watching this probably know. So Bitcoin goes up, stabilizes, altcoins go up. Altcoins go up with Bitcoin, but it's when Bitcoin stabilizes and is able to go sideways, and that liquidity is able to come out, go into the altcoins without the Bitcoin price dipping. That's where we get them big moves from the altcoins.
Double ups overnight, where your portfolio
Right.
doubles overnight, and then it consolidates for a couple of days. Bitcoin makes a big move again.
Yep. And it's just rinse. I don't know what is going on with my mic.
I'm glitching out. My internet is messing up, so if I do glitch out, I don't know what's going on my end.
Mine is my mic connection, and I don't get it. I mean, it's a brand new mic. It should not be having connection issues at the base right here. I might have to tape it in place or something.
Yeah, but this is healthy, man. This is healthy. I want to see Bitcoin consolidate. I want to see alts make a move and then consolidate again, make a move. And, Bitcoin can make a big move in 2 months, which is why I said I'm short-term bullish. I think we're going to make a big move going into the end of this month, mid-month, next month, I think is where we'll probably be toppy a little bit.
Right.
But I do believe that we're about to make a big move. And I believe 2026 is going to be big. I just think that there's going to be a little bit of rockiness maybe at the beginning of 2026. But I think towards the end of 2026, we're going to see a big move. I stopped hating on Benjamin Cowan and maybe started listening to him a little bit more because the guy's obviously been very much right.
Yeah.
And I was also, kind of going into that 4-year cycle. A lot of people are now saying that it's over. And normally when people say that it's over, normally it isn't. So I'm going to be on that boat where I'm going to be cautious.
Right.
But I'm not going to be overly bullish. I am an investor. Right. I'm here to make money, but I am a long-term investor too. I'll never 100% be out of the market.
Right.
But there is going to be a time where you want to take profits and stable up for a little bit, even if it's for 2, 3, 4 months. And
yeah. I will not round trip my bags.
Yeah, I didn't round trip last cycle. Maybe it was just coincidence that, there were certain things that I wanted to do, but I literally sold the top last cycle. Like the literal tippy top, I sold it. And then I bought back in again when Bitcoin was around like 18 to 19,000. And I was buying all the way down back around that 15, 16K range. And I intend to do that again. I'm not trying to.
My problem was I kind of went a little FOMO into NFTs. So at the top is when I started shifting everything into like NFTs, be like, okay, well, this is the next leg, right? This NFTs is the next leg. And it was, I mean, don't get me wrong, made some good money on some NFTs, but eventually that bubble popped. And I mean, I probably lost tens of thousands of dollars. I'm sure everybody did.
No, I didn't do it at the top, but I did over leverage myself in a couple of NFT projects that didn't do too well. And I don't want to say the exact price, but I'm down. I was down a lot, but gratefully I did well on meme coins. So a lot of my meme coins plays replaced some bad NFT plays. But
I think I paid 2,000 Cardano for a boss cat when we were still at like $2 per Cardano. What's a boss cat worth now? Like 79 if you're lucky, and just because the floor is 79 doesn't mean you can sell it for 79. So I'm completely out of NFTs. I know you still have some. And there are blue chips out there. Don't get me wrong. There are blue chips out there. I don't think they're on Cardano.
Yeah, I mean, I hold some big NFT projects on ETH, and they've done
Right.
very well for me. Very
Right.
well. I mean, very well. Not only in the side part of going up in value, but in the utility that they offer. This is part of the project from V Friends. They've
What's
done
up,
well.
Opti?
They've done well for me. I don't see. Hey, what's up, man? I don't see the commenting. Or do you have it on the side, or just popping them back as they go?
You can't see the comments?
Mhm.
You don't have a side view over here with a bunch of different panels?
No, I guess it's not working for me.
So
It's all
you
good.
just, huh? Okay. So here, let me put them on the screen then.
Oh, there it
Put them
is.
back on the screen.
Yeah,
So
there it is.
that's just that's a new feature from StreamYard. To where the comments can actually pop up from everybody so everybody can see everybody's. We'll have to figure that out. If we're going to keep doing this, we'll figure it out. I'll get you access to this actual StreamYard, and
Okay,
then you'll see everything, and you'll be able to do anything and everything
that works.
like I'm able to do. So
Yeah, but I
um,
mean, there's good NFT projects out there, man. I mean, I
there
just
is.
think that a lot of people have gotten kind of going into the NFT side of things. I think a lot of people have just gotten complacent.
Right.
Um, some maybe think that they have they're maybe considered the blue chip of their chain, so they feel like they don't need to produce as much as other
Right.
projects do, and there's a complacency aspect to it. But a lot of people will fall behind because of it.
Right.
But the ones that actually provide real utility, community, people that actually want to be there because it's the vibes of being in the Discord talking with these people. And that's really what it was at one point, man. Just
Right.
like people that you just vibed with. You wanted to go in the Discord, communicate.
See, now those kind of NFTs, I can
Keyspace.
agree with. Like, you're buying the NFT to be part of the community, but I think the days of minting the NFT and then 10xing your freaking money or tripling it real quick, I think those are out. You know, currently keeping an eye on bearish, some sort of planned value flow. Right. Right.
Is that some Hyperliquid, right?
Huh?
He's messing with Hyperliquid. That's what that bearish NFT that he has that he's talking about. I think it's on
Oh, is he
Hyperliquid.
from Zeet to bearish NFTs? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like my
Um,
bear better. My bear is cooler. I like my bear.
oh, is that PFP you got? That's what it's from, is from bearish?
No, the one that Opti has is from bearish. Oh, it's from abstract.
Abstract. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, there's, if you wanna, I think NFTs are starting to become what they were really meant for. Almost like a social token. It's like like you said, part of a community or something like that. Token gated access to trading bots or things like that.
Well,
You're
real world utilities, man. Like, so for
yes,
example, like Gary V, man, I think that guy is a pioneer when it comes
yeah,
to eyeing things that are going to be coming of trends. And what he did with specifically with V Friends is he's developed a community where people and then he's created a way to give utility to the holders to give them first access to their drops.
right,
So like for example, like I'll show you a couple of his cards. Like this is a one of one right here,
okay,
and this is a one of one as well. And I pulled this one of one, but I bought this one of one.
okay,
And these are part of his characters from the this is the Bad Intentions Rabbit, and the other one is the Boss Bobcat. But they came out in his they sold boxes of I think there was like 8 packs per box, and they
okay.
retailed at $99. Right now, the boxes are currently selling for $700 a box, and the
Unsealed, right? Unsealed
sealed,
boxes. Yeah,
sealed. But the Series
Or, I
1
mean, sealed box.
holders, the Series 1 holders were able to get them for $75 a box.
Wow.
And now they're selling for over $700. That's utility, man.
Right.
You know, that he built a brand. And I think that's where, like, for example, in the sense of Doodles, you know, that's
Right.
kind of where Doodles is going, Pudgy Penguins, you know,
Right.
these big IP brands that are creating something that the world wants.
But the problem is for every V friend, every doodle, every one that hits that, there's hundreds that just go to zero. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it seems to me like, so every NFT project seems it's constantly having to come out with another drop, or it's there's no income generated from most NFT projects. You know what I mean? Cornucopias, and they're not even called Cornucopia
I
anymore.
think they changed their name.
Yeah, they changed their name. How many different drops did they have? You know, and I mean, I've seen the game at Rare Evo, but I haven't seen nothing about it on Twitter. I haven't seen, you know, is it producing money, or is it still costing money? Because when you're sinking tens of millions of dollars into a game, at some point you need a ROI on your game, or you're just, or like there's just even I don't know. I don't want to start bashing NFT projects. That's not my thing. But when you're constantly having to come out and constantly having to generate money flow, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's
off of new drops.
right. Off of new drops, and it might not be an NFT drop. It could be anything else. You know what I mean? Like, you know, oh well, let's, you know, if you merge two NFTs and pay $100, then boom, now you get this NFT, and then this NFT actually gets you this, you know, and you get mining rewards or whatever. I don't want to get into bashing, you know,
No,
but
and you know what? One of the issues too is, like, for example, a lot of these NFT projects also rely on their royalties to keep them afloat.
it's not sustainable.
It's not. And the
No.
crazy part is, kind of going back to V friends in general, they have no royalties. The
Right.
NFTs sell for thousands. I think the floor price right now is, I think, like 5,500 for the Series 1 NFTs.
Right.
He takes no royalties. Not even
Right.
1%. Not even 1%. Half a percent.
Cool.
Nothing. Dude could be making thousands of dollars a day just off of royalties, and he just chooses not to. And it's about getting to that point where you don't need to rely on those things anymore, and
Right.
and create something sustainable that's going to be around to last, and people generally want to own it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, dude, if Gary Vee buys the Jets one day and every Series 1 NFT holder.
You broke up. You glitched.
I don't know if you heard me. I think everybody, if he owns the Jets eventually, he's going to give every Series 1 holder lifetime series like passes, season passes to go watch the Jets. Like,
I mean, it's possible.
That's who the guy is, you know. But it's crazy, man. I mean, I just think that NFTs are the future. I think they just need to find their footing within the space. I think, and like I said, I don't know if I said this the last time, I think NFTs are in their infancy stage. I think it's like 2016 Bitcoin, maybe 2017 Bitcoin is where NFTs are right now. You know, but one day they'll find their footing, and they're going to be huge. And the people that do it right are going to be the ones that take over the market. And the reality is, Cardano is open. It is up for grabs to anybody to grab the market right now in Cardano, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Cardano is like a bucket of crabs, bro. It's anybody that starts anything. I mean, look at Snack.fun. Anything or certain NFT projects, like, you can't have any nice things on Cardano, because as soon as you start to climb out that bucket, you got another crab snatching you by the leg and pulling you back in. You know, it's so, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, Cardano's such a big chain.
the reality is, and people will not want to admit it, but in my opinion, Ape Society had the team, the willpower, the knowledge
Yeah.
to have been that number one and carried that number one spot forever. And I think they low-key dropped the ball. But I think that they were the ones that could have taken the NFT space to the next level. But shit happens, you know. I mean, it is what it is. But
even them, they came out with more meaningless drops.
no, but the thing is that their levy was consistent. Levy was
Yes.
consistently bringing in revenue,
Yeah.
man. It was
Yeah.
their biggest gainer. And
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you that. Levy was definitely, their moneymaker. But let's see here. Yeah, the biggest problem is how to funnel value from products, services to NFTs. Right. Plague of Frogs struggled with this once of many case studies. Right. And there is that problem to I think the NFTs, like you say, the NFTs that are going to succeed in the future are going to be, because there's, okay, first of all, let's break down what succeed means. Does succeed mean that the creator gets rich, or does succeed mean like a stable community of holders, a well-diverse community of holders and supporters for the creator? Or does it mean that people are going to be able to 10x their NFTs? So you have, there's different, and I'm sure there's more examples, but I think the NFTs, in my opinion, that are going to succeed is going to be the ones that are created not to make money. Okay. You know what I mean? Like VFriends. Like you said, VFriends, he doesn't take any royalties. Gary is very entrepreneurial, very out there trying to bring people up. And he just created something that he thought was cool. And then he gave people access, to different things. Or like, say, I mean, lover or hater, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift comes out with a fan club NFT, drops 10,000 NFTs. She's not doing it to make money, but now them NFTs get you backstage to her concert, or you know what I mean, like a social. Like I think Raoul Paul talked about it last cycle that social coins were going to be huge, but I think that could be NFTs. You know what I mean? I don't think NFTs are the. Plus, when meme coins came in, everybody was like, "Well, NFTs, meme coins, they're actually liquid." So. But
yeah, I think it's the real world utilities that come from it. I think, like for
yeah,
example, like what you were saying about Gary, he had a Series 1 collection, and then on his Series 2 collection, those were airdropped
right,
from the Series 1 holders. And
right,
if I'm not mistaken, I think those are like at a $400 floor price right now, and they were
right.
free.
You're breaking up.
Yeah, it just came back right now. But yeah, I mean, it just comes to the point of like, real world utility. That's where it's going to be at. Like, what can you provide for the holders that are going to be able to benefit from holding your NFT in some way or another? Like recently with the Series 1, we were able to buy these boxes. They were called spectacular boxes. We got them for $75. They retail for $100. Right now, they're selling for $150. You doubled
Right.
your money if you bought them.
But yeah, I just don't think that that's what's gonna.
No, it's not
That's
just
gonna
in
be
every case, but just in
right.
general, like some way that the NFTs are going to be generating you money
Right.
throughout the year in some way or another, where you've developed a big enough community where people generally want to own whatever you drop because there's value to it, and people are going to want to buy it because there's value to it. There's one of ones, his signatures in there, all these specific things, and you've generated enough interest in your project that people generally want to have everything that you drop, because that's the goal.
Right.
That's people want to buy your things, consumer, that don't even own NFTs. And that's the crazy part of it. 50% of this guy's people that buy his stuff don't even know what NFTs are.
Right.
And that's the bigger picture of it all. The one that you're going to get yourself in Walmart, you're going to get yourself in Target, you're going to get yourself in these big box stores where your normie, your kids are going to want to have your stuff. You know, he's generating cartoons now that are coming out on Disney and all these things now. And it's just getting to that point. That's where you want to be in the space and, you know, market share.
Right. And he's in the collectibles market share. And that's kind of his forte, collectibles and like going to garage sales. You know, how he went to a garage sale, you know, buys 100 Hot Wheels, you know, because they're collectibles, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know.
He's put me on a lot of things, and that's the thing too. Just generally being in a community where there's value. So he not only is here to sell you what he has, he's telling you what he believes is going to be trending in the future, and you can jump on these trends beforehand, you know, and it's just the knowledge that he has that you want to be around that networking around these people, because I've never seen this before, dude, where you got a millionaire that is in the general chat, chatting it up and having private calls with you because you own one of his NFTs, and, you know, one-on-one mentoring because you own his NFT. Like, you don't get that everywhere, man. And he found
that goes back to what I said about the use case about accessibility, like a fan. It's almost like a fan NFT use case. You know, you get access to people, and that's cool that he friggin' does that and everything. Let's look at some I got some stuff here on Twitter. Let's see here. Let me bring this up. I got just a few bookmarks. What is going on here? Why is this not working? There we go. Let's go to the bookmarks. If I can find them. All right. So JP Morgan says the next 5 years could require $5 to $7 trillion investment. About 1.5 trillion may come from investment grade bonds, plus 150 billion leverage financed up to 40 billion a year in data center securitizations. Even then, there's still roughly 1.4 trillion funding gap likely filled by private credit and government. So it says AI's $5 trillion data center boom will dip into every market. Do you think the government will get their hands on this? I think they kind of have to, right?
I don't see why not. I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. I mean, and then you start looking, because our market cap for what is the crypto market cap right now? The total crypto market cap is like what, 3.5 trillion or something like that? 4 trillion. I think your mic is in and out.
Oh yeah, I muted it because the dogs were barking. My bad. What I'm saying was 3.7. That's what we're at.
It's crazy, man. Like these numbers where, you know, people are saying, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million. I mean, like specifically like today, think about it. $1 trillion came into the stock market just today.
Right.
Like when that floodgate opens, man, it's going to be a flip of a switch where it's going to just be.
Yeah. Once serious money comes in, it's going to be like that. And we do now have the market structure bill or whatever it is. Let's scroll down here. Where did I have it? Right here. No, that's Richard Hart. I don't even know why I have that on. Oh, this is my other thing. Here we go. So this is they put the market structure bill up, or they wrote it, whatever it is. I put it in Grok. So I put it in Grok and he overviewed it. So the document is bipartisan discussion drafted title, bipartisan market structure discussion draft. Highlighted a couple things because he breaks it down into Title I definition of rulemakings. So they've introduced terms like digital commodity, broker, dealer, exchange, custodian, rulemaking. So it protects self-custody rights. So hardware wallets. So that's awesome. The CFTC is going to have exclusive jurisdiction over digital commodity transactions and interstate commerce, excluding banks and custodial roles. And then a quote, it shall be unlawful for any digital commodity exchange to depose of or use any such money, assets, or property as belonging to the digital commodity exchange. So if I'm reading this right, this is a big thing right here, because this
finance manipulation.
Well, Celsius,
yeah,
FTX,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're using your money or our money as their own. What Luna,
kind of what finance has been doing with manipulating the markets. I mean, dumping ETH, sending ETH and Bitcoin to other exchanges, doing all these things. I mean, it's bullish, man. I mean, the manipulation days will soon come to an end. Wash trading, all this. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
So I asked Grok to break it down in layman's terms, and they broke it down like this. So what is the bill about? 2 senators. So we got Bozeman and Cory Booker teamed up to create new rules for crypto. They want the CFTC to be the main cop on the beat. So then they say digital commodity. It's a crypto coin that you can send directly to anyone. That's a digital commodity. So any coin that you create that you can send is a digital commodity. It's not a stock, it's not a stable coin, and it's not backed by corn or wheat. Because for whatever reason, this is from the agricultural. The CFTC is mainly like agricultural. So example, Bitcoin, yes. Tesla stock, no. What are they trying to fix? They're trying to stop scams and manipulation, protect your money in crypto company goes bust. So I like this. I mean, does that mean they're going to FDIC? But I think Coinbase is only on your USDC, if I'm not mistaken.
Unless you have Coinbase One.
Well, yeah, Coinbase One's different. I think that's backed by Coinbase, and that's like if your account, and it's like $1 million, right?
Yeah, well, it depends because there's different levels of Coinbase One.
Right.
So I think the highest level, I think you pay I think it's like 1 year is like $3,500.
Oh wow!
And you get highest level, like the highest level. Unless you have millions and millions of dollars, obviously you don't mess with.
I think I have the $29.99 a month
that's
one.
The one I have, and I think that one's up to 350,000. I think.
Okay, well, I don't have 350,000 on there, so I'm good.
Hey, speaking of
innovation, keep going. What?
Speaking of Coinbase, did you see that new update that they're gonna?
What's up, Bobby?
ICOs or something like that on Coinbase.
So they're going to start doing token launches. They're going to have their own token launch platform, and they're starting with Monad. I should have had that. That's what I should have brought up.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I got an email about it earlier, and I seen it on Twitter.
I think there's going to be a big runner, like a lot of opportunity to make some money on it.
I might have $3.50. So
I only use Coinbase when I need to, pay for bills and stuff like that.
Right. It's my on and off ramp just because it's so freaking easy. Yeah. So freaking easy. I mean, I've used when we could still use Binance USA. I don't know. Can we use it again? I don't even know.
I think after the lawsuit, I think it went down.
Yeah. I used to use Binance US, crypto.com, and Coinbase is where I started in last cycle. And Coinbase is the one that won out, in my opinion. I haven't logged into either one of them accounts in freaking years. So this is what the big rules they want to add. So crypto exchanges like Coinbase, but for spot trading, they want to have a chief cop, a compliance officer. So like most hedge funds, if you guys don't know, most hedge funds, brokerage funds, they have what's called a compliance officer. A lot of them are ex-SEC people, so that could be possible. Show their code if asked. Can't trade against you secretly. There you go. That's what you're talking about on Binance, bro. Can't trade against you secretly. So that's good. For brokers and dealers, you got to register with the government. Be honest, no fake prices or pump and dumps. Keep good records. Custodians who hold your crypto must be qualified, and I love how it says this, must be qualified and insured ish. So they kind of need to be insured, not technically, just kind of. Your coins are yours even if they go bankrupt. Now that's a big one.
Yeah,
because actually I forgot about another one. Voyager. Remember Voyager? Same thing. Voyager went down, FTX went down, Celsius went down, so yeah, keep your
you'll be able to
coins
still remove your stuff off exchange basically if they go under.
Right. Yeah, if they go bankrupt, they can't tie up your money or stop you from withdrawing it. So your money is safe if a crypto company goes bankrupt. Your coins don't disappear. They're treated like customer property, not company debt. That's good. You can keep your crypto in your own wallet, like a hardware wallet. No one can force you to use their service. Good. Creates retail advocate office inside the CFTC to fight for regular users, not just big firms. That's good. Requires a report on who's actually using crypto, age, race, income, etc. I don't know if I agree with that. So rules help real people. See, I don't know if, I mean, all these companies have all our information anyways, but I don't know if you need, it's a lot of.
It kind of makes me bullish on Coinbase stock. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
Because if anybody's going to be the one to take over, man, it's going to be Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase is definitely integrated. And then with Circle and the government, and yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coinbase ends up going to $2,000-$3,000 over the next.
It's possible. It's very possible. It's very possible that it I don't even know what the evaluation is right now.
Hey, with stock market money, man, I mean, it's like nobody thought Tesla was going to go to $3,000, and look what it did.
So coin is sitting at 317 right now. We might have a little. That's on the week. Let's go to the day. Got a big green dot on the daily.
Yeah, it looks like a clean bounce.
Money flow looks like money flow might be curving up a little bit. VWAP is definitely. VWAP just crossed the center line. Stokes are bouncing. RSI is bouncing. We got a clip on the momentum wave, and money flow is starting to curve.
Long-term call options, man. Take me back to the call option days, bro. Dude, I used
to see that.
I used to do so much call options back before I got into crypto. Like that's where I really made my money at the beginning. And
yeah,
call options, man.
Damn it. All right, back to so who wins? Winners, retail traders, safer money, clearer rules. CFT gets more power plus $150 million budget boost. Legit crypto companies can operate legally, build trust. Innovators can self-certify new coins fast. How to handle DeFi. This is the thing, because remember the bill that came out, was it 3-4 years ago now? The bill that came out and tried to label like Uniswap as a broker.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So this is definitely it's the problem. The problem I see is that most of us got into crypto because it's, get away from the ranks, break the chains, wild west, you get burned, you get burned, don't trust, verify, right?
Yep.
Which is cool, but now institutions are here. So it's like you can't beg for institutional money, which is essentially the devil at the door. You can't beg for them to come in. And then when they come in, be like, hey, wait a minute. What about my autonomy? What about my, this is my house. I get to do what I want. And the devil's like,
no
yeah,
privacy,
probably not.
man. No privacy.
Yeah. So but it's good. I mean, it's still a start. If we're gonna travel down this road, obviously we have to have these regulations, or it'll never get, it'll never
The
go.
reality is the real winners were the buyers from 2010, 2013, man. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just the reality. I mean, there's still a lot of money to be made, a lot of money. But the thing is, the real money was from the 2010.
Yeah, for sure. The people that got, or even from 17, 2017, it was, 3,600 or whatever. 2020, the crash of 2020, Bitcoin went down to 3,600. So
that's actually where I got involved. I mean, around that time with the whole COVID crash, that was really my big entry into crypto. I was doing stock market for many years before, messed around with Doge on Robinhood in 2018, 2019. But the reality was, it was very affordable still then.
Right. That's when I came in. I was a little later though. It was like September, October of 2020 when I got in. I remember buying, and what they say, like, oh, well, Bitcoin's $3,000, but XRP is only like 50 cents. So if XRP gets to $3,000, imagine that. Before I understood market caps or anything, I came in total noob, total green, bought XRP, boom, 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 wham. Then they throw the hammer down. XRP is a security. Coinbase threw it off. I was like, what the hell?
It's crazy. Where I made my biggest money was on VET.
Oh yeah,
dude, it was crazy. I bought it under a cent, and it went to like 13 cents. I sold it all. It went back down to 6 cents. I bought it back again. It went back up to 9 cents. I sold it again because I was trading it like the stock market. I didn't care. Like I didn't care for anything. I was fresh into the crypto space. Bought Dogecoin at like 0.0000. And did numbers, did not write it to those ridiculous things. I wish I did, but obviously I didn't. But it was a crazy time. Grateful for it. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I would literally would not know the things that I know now if it wasn't for those coins being available at the time on Robinhood and whatnot. But big stock market guy at the beginning. I think it was like 2017, 2018 when I first got in. But I wish that I got into crypto at that time. That'd have been great, but still doing well.
I didn't even, so I got out of prison in 2018. And prior to going to prison, there were no digital trading of assets.
Yeah.
There weren't even smartphones when I went to prison. You know what I mean? And so when I got out, the first thing I got into was like Acorn and Stash.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that was one of my buddies. I'm still trying to figure out technology. I got this thing in my hand. I have no idea how to use it. I think the very first smartphone I had was a Galaxy S8. So I got out and I'm doing that, and he gets me on Acorn, then he gets me on Stash, and I'm playing around with that. And then that's when I actually learned about Bitcoin from Tim Pool.
Okay.
I started watching after he was on Rogan, after he was on Joe Rogan. I was like, who is this dude? You know what I mean? So I clicked on his, I started watching him, and I always noticed in his intro, he had these addresses down there. He's like, if you'd like to donate, and it said Bitcoin, and it had a big string of numbers, and then it said Ethereum, and it had a big string of numbers. I'm like, what the F is this? You know, I mean, what is this? And then that's when I looked into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's how, but I didn't know anything. So I wasn't trading stocks. I was just buying on Stash. I was just buying, part of my paycheck just went into things that I knew, went into Apple, went into Microsoft, went into like the things that they were offering, the little ETFs they were offering and stuff like that. I didn't know anything about stocks or anything.
Bro, I can go back the rabbit hole when it came to stocks. I really didn't know much. It was kind of like the same thing with crypto about who you surrounded yourself with. So we
Right.
would get into things that they were calling them penny stock traders. I can't specifically remember their names, bro. I'm like, because it's been so long. Dude, I'm talking about going leverage on like the leverage, but it's call options.
Right.
And we were going leverage options on like at 7 cents. And then this guy that has a big following would say, I'm buying this. And it would go from 7 cents to like 35 cents within 2 days. And your call options are up 3,000, 4,000% overnight. You put in $250, you're selling for $4,000 or $5,000 the next day. Crazy. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then you were buying, dude, like stocks that went from $35 to $3.50 the next day. And if you bought that, the next rebound, it back up to $9 the next morning because the bailouts started happening. You were making bank, bro. Like it was crazy times. And then that's kind of like the whole direction when I got into crypto and stuff like that. But
that's cool.
Crazy times, man.
Keep hitting my mic thing. Well, I mean, we've been going for an hour, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, is there anything else you want to cover,
or? We can do Crowdju before we finish, just to give a little shout out.
Oh yeah, duh. We gotta check out Crowdju, baby.
Why not? You know, it's
gotta hit the Crowdju. Let me bring up Tap Tools real quick.
I haven't looked at it in the last like 5 hours, so hopefully it's still up.
I don't even really go to Tap Tools. I just check my Coinstats. I check my Coinstats portfolio.
Dex Hunter has a very nice, clean chart. I think they use the API from what is it called? I can't remember.
TradingView.
TradingView.
Yeah, this is the same here with Tap Tools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be. So let's see here.
Oh yeah, it's looking good.
So we did not. This was my worry right here, and I think that was on the daily. I had drawn that. No, what was that on the hour? Maybe on the hourly.
It's gonna break out, man.
It was the SR level. That's what I had. I had an SR level right here at 113. And I was afraid we were gonna dump down. But let's go to the 4 hour. I mean, we really need to get back above. So we got to get back above this 200 right here. And we have a lot. So we're ranging like 00244 and 113. So 244 is going to be the local high. We've double topped. And we break that, bro. We break 244. I think we're going for a new all-time high. 4 hour Stokes are a little high, but it looks like the RSI is in a cup and handle.
You want to know what I love about meme coins, bro? Is like literally somebody can come in with a 10,000 ADA buy and completely change the trajectory of it and just boom.
Yes. Well, it's so. I mean, the market cap's only like
a million.
What is it?
Like 1 million, I think.
I don't even think I think it's like 800,000.
Oh, and you know what? That makes sense because ADA's been dumping. So
yeah. So this is versus ADA. Let's go versus the dollar. Yeah, it's 1.3 million. It's 1.34 million on against ADA, I think. Wait a minute. No, it says the. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Yeah, no, it hasn't pumped. Well, Coinstats might not be up to date, but Coinstats is showing 803,000 as a market cap. But that thing likes to lag.
I'm gonna say this, man. Crowdju is gonna be the biggest runner of 2025 for any Cardano meme coins.
Okay, see now when we're looking at see, that's the same right there. So it's It's 1.3. This is in ADA. So 1.34 million in ADA. And that's the fully diluted, which it's fully diluted.
Look, yeah. Just in, Senate passes bill to reopen U.S. government.
Okay. So here's the problem, though. Now it's got to go to the House. Because so the original had already passed in the House. Passed in the House, went to the Senate. The Senate voted whatever, 15, 16 times. Didn't pass it. So and I'm pretty sure they tweaked it a little bit. If they didn't tweak it, if it's the original CR, if it's the original clean resolution, then it goes right to Trump. But I'm pretty sure they tweaked it. You know, they had some back and forth with the Democrats about an extension on Obamacare or something like that. And then, so since they tweaked it and they voted on it, now it goes back to the House. And I do believe Speaker Johnson has already started calling in House members. So he's already started calling them into DC to get voted on. And that's why people are saying like later this week, because, you know, all the congressmen got to come back. They got to vote on it. Then it doesn't have to go back to Senate. It goes right to Trump, and then Trump signs it or doesn't sign it. I'm assuming he's going to sign it though. So looking at Crowju, let's look at that hour. Let's break that down. I mean, we might be getting a little pennant action right here on the, let's see what the 1 hour looks like.
I'm telling you, man, Crowju is going to be the biggest runner of 2025. Nobody's ready.
So we are getting a little, you know, you guys want some hopium? Let's see here. We have the rim of the cup. We got the little baby handle. Come on, click on it. You know, you got the cup. So take your measurement from the rim to the base. Take that and put it right on the breakout of the cup. That brings us up to 104.
I like that.
So that brings us up to 00104. Stokes are going down, so I imagine, you know, we want to see the Stokes reset. This is bullish. You know, we've broken back above. Get rid of all this. You know, we are above the 200, which is super bullish. Since we broke the 200, I do expect a retest of the 21. So we could still go a little bit sideways still as the 21 comes up. We could still see price action kind of boom, 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 touch the 21 and then blast off. Let's see. We reached, do we even have ooh, here we go. Let's see here. Delete. Let's take a little look here. This is interesting right here. So we are currently fighting with the 200 on the 2 hour. We're actually currently above it, which is super bullish. The Stokes had started to come down, but it looks like they're getting ready to cross back in on themselves and pop back up. This is super bullish. Anybody that's been following me or watching me for quite some time, the easiest trade setup you're ever going to have is the price action crossing the 200 MA, being followed by the 21. So if you look back, you know, now we get price action across the 200 MA. Boom, we're sitting right there. So the next step could be a pump, and as the 21 comes up to meet. And this isn't a good representation because it's a meme coin. Meme coins like TA works
to a certain point.
Yeah, to a certain point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? My brother talk about all the time. Like one person can come and buy and just completely change the trajectory of where it's going.
Like you said earlier, a $10,000 buy or a $10,000 sell can totally erase any TA when it comes to meme coins.
Yeah.
But if we look back, so let's go to Bitcoin real quick. And you can see if we follow that technique, even on the daily, boom, cross back above the 200, massive pump, right? lose the 200. We almost lose it. We stay above it. You know, we fight it. We finally regain it. Boom, take off. We lose it. You know, we're kind of bearish. We finally regain it, take off. You know, the daily's kind of a big time frame to look at. Let's look at the hourly. It's more pronounced. See right here. So we lose it. We come down. We regain it, take off. We lose it, dump. We fight with it, finally, boom. So the 200 is like when you're scalp trading.
I didn't know that.
Huh?
While we were talking, you hit 107.
Really?
Yeah, look at the wick.
Oh yeah. It's just the 1 hour. Wow, 107,489 was the high. Wow. That's on the perps. Might be a little different over here on Coinbase.
Yeah, it's because I had seen somebody had tweeted about it too. Bitcoin just hit 107, so makes sense.
But the problem is 1 hour Coinbase. We're clipping right here. We're going to take a dip. VWAP, sharp cut to the downside. And your VWAP always precedes the change in momentum. You know what I mean? VWAP to the upside, boom, green dot to the upside. VWAP down, clip down. VWAP down, clip in, VWAP down. So we might be seeing a little bit of a retrace. Might have tried to pump too hard. But the point is, the 200, kind of like what we're doing right here. This is the local, you know, we break the 200, boom, pump, retest the 21, and then take off. So that's about all I have on that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we had a good run. You guys, hey, if you haven't already, I should have been saying this from the beginning. Hit that like button, share it with a friend, repost it on Twitter, all that good stuff. If you guys like this, leave a comment. Let us know. You know what I mean? Me and Daniel have been talking. We might be doing like a 1 or 2 day a week freaking show. I don't know what my work schedule is going to be, but we're going to figure something out and keep it going.
Let's do it, man.
Oh, and Daniel's socials are in the description also. D Garza for everybody. Follow D Garza, share it with a friend, all that good stuff. You want to say anything before we log off?
I'm good, man. Just hang in there, hang tight. I think we have a good rest of the month. I think we have a good solid maybe beginning of December. And, you know, obviously what happens after that, we got to just take it out by month after that. But I think overall, I think the market is looking like we're going to have a nice uptrend in the next at least month to month and a half. So excited for that. See what
Santa
happens.
rally, baby. Santa rally.
I need that money for Christmas, bro. I need that money.
Got bills.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. Once again, give us a like, follow, all that good stuff. You know, we'll see you next time.